Good morning, super secret tip to remove the yellowing of your Lego bricks and parts. You can see, for example, for this horse, the head is quite white, but the body has yellowed. We've got other parts like this one. One side is fine, the other is yellowed. We've got a part with a print that's completely yellowed. R2D2. Let's print it too. What else do we have? Castle parts. For this process, you'll be able to mix in colors. So usually the colors that are going to get yellowing are light gray, the old one, white, blue. I've also had some reds and yellows that were really old, that yellowed. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your yellowed parts, or even ones that are not that yellowed. For example, here I didn't detach these parts, even though these two are fine, but this one needs a bit. Because it's just too hard to remove them and put them back together. So you can mix colors, that's perfectly fine. And you're going to put them in a bag. You're going to need chemical protection gloves. That's very important because what we're going to use is dangerous. You will also need eye protection because there could be projections and they could blind you. So the danger is real. So the protection is very much needed. If you're underage, don't do this on your own. You need an adult supervision to do this. And finally, what we're going to use is this. It's hydrogen peroxide. The one I'm using is 12%. You can find it in do-it-yourself stores. You can find some in pharmacies that are not as concentrate as this one, but the issue with those ones in the pharmacies is that they're usually quite small in volume. This is a 1 liter bottle, and sometimes you need all the parts to be completely covered. So what we're going to do is we're going to go outside. Because this process will need some sun exposition to the sun, or if you have some UV lights, otherwise it's gonna take days to process. If you have a good sunlight, then it can take an hour and a half, but then it depends on the weather. Sometimes it can take 4 hours. It really depends. So we're going to go outside, we're going to put the hydrogen peroxide in it, we're going to then leave it under the sunlight for as long as it needs, and every 30 minutes we're going to stir. We're going to put on our gloves, our eye protection, and we're going to stir because bubbles are going to be formed, and then they're going to make the parts float. And you don't want that. You want the parts to stay completely covered. So we're going to stir every half an hour, checking how the process is going. And we'll see. Okay, it's been half an hour. There's a bit of sun, so you can see there are some bubbles. We're going to stir to make sure that the parts don't just float. They need to be completely covered. I'm stirring with a stick. Do not stir with your hands. Again, the chemicals are not good for your skin. They're going to damage it, irritate. So use a stick and gear up, right? Put on some chemicals protecting gloves and your eye protection. Alright. Cheers a lot. we're going to leave it be for another 30 minutes. Another half an hour has passed and we can already see the horses are now white. Everything is quite all the yellowing has disappeared. I think I'm gonna still leave it for another half an hour just to be sure. Steering the bubbles, still have our protective gear, and just wanted to say after that we're going to get back the hydrogen peroxide because it can be reused, so we're going to get it back. And then we'll let the parts soak in water to dilute the remaining peroxide. Okay. Yeah. Just to make everything safe again. Yeah. Alright, let's wait for another half an hour. Alright, so another 30 minutes have passed. It's now all gone, the yellowing. So what we're going to do is we're going to get back the hydrogen peroxide. It can be reused a couple of times. I'm not sure how many times, but at some point the effect is going to be less and less efficient, so you will know. And this is perfectly safe for the environment, so it can be discarded in the bathtub or in the sink. So right now, we're just going to put everything back in the bottle. I'm using a coffee filter here to make sure that small parts don't end up in the bottle. We want to get back the parts. So again, I'm using my protection gears, eye protection, chemical glove protection. I'm standing back. Hydrogen peroxide is very dangerous. If you're underage, do not attempt to do it unsupervised without an adult. So yeah, that's it basically. The next step, once we've got all our peroxide back in the bottle, will be to soak the parts. So because basically the parts are still going to have some residue, and we want to dissolve that, dilute that in water. So rinsing, I don't think rinsing cuts it. So we're going to just fill the bag with water and let it soak. And okay, we got all the peroxide, hydrogen peroxide back in the bottle. Now I'm going to fill the bag with cold water. Give it a good rinse. And we'll check it back again in a few minutes. And now we're back. So I just removed the water after soaking the parts, and now I'm going to leave them to dry. So we're done here. As you can see, the horses, the head, the body, it's as white as ever. The prints didn't fade. Same for the castle parts. Prints are there. There's a tile right here also up. R2D2 is now back to his white original color. Same for the dome. Yeah, and the prints are intact too. So that's it. That's a super secret tip. How to remove yellowing from your parts. You can use hydrogen peroxide to do that. Just remember to use protective gear, and if you're underage, have an adult to supervise you. I might do other tip videos like this. If you want, just let me know in the comments. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like. Click on the subscribe button for more videos like this. Take care, and bye bye.